Hi, welcome to MMA UK. I'm Danny Brough. Thanks for joining us. We're going to go through the UFC 261 fight recap. Please make sure to subscribe to the MMA UK YouTube channel. It really means such a difference to everyone in the team. We've got a target to try and get to 3,000 subscribers. Make sure you press the bell for notifications. It honestly really does make such a difference. You can also find us on Twitter at WeAreMMAUK. Instagram, you can get us at MMA UK_Insta. Like our Facebook page, MMA UK News, and you can find loads of content on our website, MMAUK.net. You can even download the MMA UK News app available on Android and iPhone to get all the latest news on MMA, not just in the UK, but all around the globe. So for anyone who watched UFC 261 last night, what a just action-packed, event-filled, awesome event, especially for the first one back with all the COVID restrictions where we had fans in the arena. It was absolutely brilliant to watch. I can't lie, I fell asleep halfway through it. It's hard being a UK fan. I think lasted till about 3:30, but caught it all up this morning, and I wish I could have made it and watched it all in one go, but there we are. It happens. Unfortunately, my wingman Danny Galloway is having a bit of trouble with his microphone and camera, but I'm sure he'll be joining us at some point. So I'm just going to go straight into the results. First up, Anthony Smith versus Jimmy Crute. Both these guys I've got loads of respect for. Anthony Smith is an absolute warrior, title challenger, not too many fights ago. And they just delivered exactly what you'd expect for these two guys to be meeting up. Smith started off with just basically using the jab extremely well, keeping Crute away. He was using it to the full potential, but he was eating up some nasty leg kicks whilst he was doing that. Ironically, Smith then returned the favour by landing him his first leg kick that Smith landed on the back of Crute's knee, which inevitably dropped him. Crute tried to just keep it on the wrestling to try and hide the fact that he was struggling, and by the end of the round, he went back to his corner, and it was obvious to everyone he just couldn't put any pressure onto that leg, which inevitably ended in a doctor's stoppage, and Anthony Smith won the fight, round 1 TKO. All in all, I think we're definitely going to see a rematch on that one. Even though I think, win's a win for Smith, but I think both of them would be quite happy to take that back. Moving on to the next. This is one I will not be watching replays on. Uriah Hall, Chris Weidman. If anyone's seen it, I hope you're not eating your tea before you are. Weidman's literally snapped his leg in half. Exactly what Silva did against Weidman, except Weidman's on the receiving end of this now. It was bent the wrong way. Nobody wants to see that. None of the fighters even want to see that. No one wants to get that, for somebody to be that injured in the octagon. I'm just going to move on from that one because that is not for me. If you're anyone thinking about becoming a professional MMA fighter after watching that one, hats off to you. So following on, great night for women's MMA. Shevchenko, Andrade. This was, I think, wasn't expected in the fact that the press and the kind of story behind it all was that Andrade was going to bring something to Shevchenko, but Shevchenko wouldn't be able to handle. Shevchenko just proved everyone wrong on that point. She was dominant all over. Even going from a post-fight interview, she said how she loved the energy from the crowd. It's really uplifted her. Her sister's fighting next week at 262, so she's going to be staying in the fighting camps. And there's just really no one but I can see in that division who's going to actually be challenging for her anytime soon. She was asked a few times, who do you think she's going to be up against? And she's not really had much thought into it. So brilliant win for Shevchenko. There was nothing much really else to say on that matter. And then we came against Rose Namajunas against Zhang. What a head kick. It was her first female to regain the title. She got the performance of the night. I think she was probably at first we thought she was going to be a bit worried coming into this fight, but she looked extremely well. She looks like her technique was bang on point. Zangu, we was expecting to move forward quicker, just kind of had the back foot. Took a beautiful leg kick for the knockout win. We're expecting potentially for Joanna to be the next fight for her, but going off a post-fight interview, she's again same as Shevchenko. She'll take anyone, anywhere, any place, anytime. Which brings us on to the main event. Oozman versus Mas Vidal. I couldn't have predicted this one. I kind of had my heart set on Mas Vidal trying to do the job on this, but we had Oozman, round 2 win. Oozman was just landing the right overhand all the way through the first round. It was inevitable that he was going to get it in the second if Masvidal didn't change his stance or, move on getting the guard up. Deservedly, Oozman won the performance of the night. Only the second person to knock out Masvidal. It's sounding like Colby Covington is going to be next up for the title shot. Not really sure what's going to be next up for Masvidal. Just have a quick look at the UFC rankings. So we've got Colby Covington, who's going to be going up against Oozman. So we've got Burns and Edwards, who are 2 and 3 respectively. Then Masvidal's number 4. Below that's Thompson. So looking at the top 5, any one of them can probably do some damage. I think Leon Edwards is definitely someone who'd give a good match up against Oozman. And gone off. So that's technical difficulties. So yeah, brilliant fight all around. Loved having the crowds back. Made a massive difference to the fights. You couldn't really hear the cornering much, but something I do want to just touch on, which I thought was absolutely amazing. Nick Diaz in the arena. Rumours that he wants to come back. Dana mentioned that he is there. He does want to talk about having a fight. We're not really sure who that's going to be against. Chimaev is an option, which I'm not really sure is going to be a good shout for Diaz to come back. But who doesn't love to see Diaz in the octagon? No doubt we're going to see both in there at some point. And that's me. That's the results. I hope everyone has a good weekend, and I'll catch you next week for the results next week. Thank you very much.